Hey guys, welcome to a video that took way too long to make. Not because I'm busy or anything, I'm just lazy. If you've seen my prior videos, which if you haven't, please go check them out. That would mean a lot to me. You'll know I like to make videos featuring my character's lore. I usually use Alex G's songs because I love Alex G. I love Alex G so much, and I'm really not normal about this guy, but anyway, I've been trying to get around to making a lore video for my characters. I guess this is it. I have a lot of lore for my characters, but in this video, I'll just break down the animatics and try to put some context to them. I have to watch my own videos repeatedly, so pray for me. Here are some trigger warnings before we begin. This is an animatic for real. This blew up and I was like, what the freak? I did not expect it to be seen by other people. The main characters in it are Austin and Leilani. There's also cameos from their little brother and stepdad. It was supposed to be more about Austin, but he really has no lore, so I'm glad the song talks about another person. Leilani struggled with ED for their whole life, but it got noticeably worse in 2021. They were undiagnosed and had generalized anxiety disorder. I'm going to take a moment to explain what generalized anxiety disorder is, since most people do know what it is, but some don't. Generalized anxiety disorder can occur at any age. The condition has symptoms similar to panic disorder, obsessive compulsive disorder, and other types of anxiety. These symptoms include constant worry, restlessness, and trouble with concentration. Also, according to Johns Hopkins Medical, worry may be something you become used to. You may think it's just how you are. Common worries include your health, money, family, or work. Everyone worries about these things once in a while, but if you always expect the worst, it can get in the way of living a normal life. GAD begins slowly, often in childhood or the teen years, but it can begin in adulthood too. It's more common in those assigned female at birth and often runs in families. If you have GAD, you may also have another condition such as depression. This affected younger Leilani by making it harder for him to focus on his daily tasks without feeling weighed down by the stress of everything around them. They still struggle with this, but since they're now diagnosed, they found ways to combat the feeling of impending doom. It's a really serious mental illness, and I wanted to address it in my character's lore. Just for inclusion, I guess. I don't know. But I hope this was a good explanation. I kept stuttering. This animatic is about Austin being concerned for his little brother while also struggling with school. Throughout the video, you can see shots of Austin studying and taking a test and then getting his grade back. And to be honest, I don't know how I cooked that up. Like, you guys don't get it. I come up with my animatics as I make them. I don't plan anything out. Austin was in 8th grade during this time, methinks, and took Math 1 in 8th grade. Hashtag self-insert. Austin notices Leilani's irregular patterns and comforts him when he's upset. He's literally the older brother of all time. Yeah, this is one of my favorite animatics, kind of. I'll rank them at the end. I don't know if I can uncensor the title because the original video got comments taken down for some reason. This is my favorite animatic and it has the least views. I think YouTube is against me. The last animatic took place in 2021 and this one takes place in 2022. I hate 2022. I hated it so much, but that's just me personally. I have to drag my OCs down with me. Well, they didn't have much of any lore back then. I made most of their lore up earlier last year, but Leilani is the definition of self-insert, like literally. He has a SH problem, which was bad during 2020 to 2022, but after getting treatment for his then diagnosed mental illness, he found ways to cope with his anxiety. Also included in this video, they're a werewolf. They were always able to change into their werewolf form since birth, but when he was in 8th grade, he was always worried about transforming during school and would always fear exposing himself in front of his friends, which isn't even possible since he's only able to transform during a full moon, like the night of. Spoiler warning, his friends don't even care. But yeah, that's basically it for this one. This one is a lot. I'm just gonna explain their backstory. This includes Leroy and Andrew. They're close friends and have a weird situationship thing going on since the 8th grade. Andrew's parents are super strict about him getting into a good college and getting a good education. His parents even made him go to a different high school than all his friends just so he could get a higher, better education. The only way Leroy and Andy were able to see each other was if Andy snuck out to Leroy's place while his parents were asleep. They were able to successfully sneak until one night during 10th grade, which was the fall of 2023. Andy was caught sneaking in by his parents, and they already suspected he was sneaking around. The next day, his parents invited Leroy's parents over to talk about their kid's actions. Andy's parents basically told Leroy's parents that Andy's grounded for the rest of the school year and he can't have any type of contact with Leroy or any of his friends. Leroy tried to defend them and waited for Andy to back them up, but Andy wasn't about to go against what his strict parents said. Then Leroy got up and shot everyone. They just didn't talk for literally the whole school year, and Leroy began smoking full-on cigarettes to cope with the fact that he couldn't see his friends, and I'm using them to cope with the fact my mom smokes. Hashtag blessed. This lasted from October-ish of 2023 till June 2024. Imagine not interacting with your bestest friend for 9 months. Wow. It's so funny though, like, Leroy started acting all emo and depressed. I mean, they were depressed, but like, you know what I mean. They wouldn't even let their friends comfort them. They would just lash out when they tried to bring Andy up. I don't know, that was weird. LOL. Okay, so it basically expands on how Leroy felt during that whole situation. This is so funny because it's so deep, but I didn't intentionally make it deep when I was making it. But like, looking back at it now, it's like, wow, this is so sad. Leroy basically wants Andy to feel as bad as they did whenever they were split. And like, Leroy acting real immature because, of course, Andy felt bad. Girl, it was basically his fault. So they were like guilt tripping Andy for some reason. Then the part where it's like, I don't want to wait so long shows Leroy when they were 9, 13, and now 16. What they're saying is they've always had to wait for Andy and they're tired of waiting. They've always waited for him, I guess. I don't know. It's not that deep, methinks, but anything is as deep as you make it out to be. In the next frame, this says, Por no dijiste nada. Please excuse my amazing Spanish pronunciation. I use Google Translate, so I don't really know how to speak Spanish. And that means, why didn't you say anything? Which references when Andy didn't stick up for the relationship in front of his parents. It also says, no puedo vivir sin ti, which means I can't live without you. Somebody has attachment issues. At the end, it says, siempre te espero siempre, which means I will always wait for you, always. Oh, it's so sad, I'm crying. But yeah, they're fated lovers and this is a toxic yaoi. Okay, so here's the rankings for all my favorite animatics. Well, I guess they're all my favorite, but like, that's not what I meant. I mean, like, here's the ranking. Okay, so this one is literally my favorite. Literally my favorite because it had like fluid animation. It wasn't fluid, but it was like better than usual. And I don't know, it's just underrated. Like 8 likes. Come on, YouTube, come on. Next. Pretend like the S, the A, the B, the C, and D are like numbers because I'm too lazy to change that. It's too late. So that's not like rank, that's just like my order of like how I rank it. Not like this is the best and this is the worst. It's like this is just like my very favorite to like least favorite. Okay, no bias. Well, there's you know what I mean. Okay. Next, I think track 07 because that's literally like my favorite song. That's literally my favorite song. Literally my favorite song. And then East Coast because that's literally one of my favorite songs. That's literally one of my favorite songs because I can relate to it because I live on the East Coast. And that animatic was just like, you know, like a vent. I don't know how, but it was. And Harvey, I don't know. This would be like a 5. If this could be like a 5, that would be like a 5. I'm skipping 4th place. No, it's in 5th place because I really don't like that. And I'm really mad that that's like my most popular video because it's like horrible. The art style is just like, I really don't like it because it's from back in like December. And my art style has changed a lot and it was like really funny. Like when it first got really popular, people were like, oh, I love your art style. And I felt so bad because it got popular like 3 months after I posted it. And I felt so bad because my art style had changed because I changed the way I drew eyes. And so I was like, that is so sad. And they're gonna be like really mad at me when I post new stuff, but nobody cared. Yeah, that's my ranking of my own animatics. Thank you for watching.